The Bitcoin price is pumping. Large green candles are rising into the sky. Overhead resistance shattered like thin glass, and the bears are completely caught off guard, opening one short after the other and getting wrecked every time. Bitcoin is pumping and the altcoins are pumping as well. The entire top 100 coins are putting in 50, 70, 20, 12, 15%. Every altcoin except Ecomi. Why is Ecomi not pumping, and will Ecomi miss the next bull run? Hey everyone, it's the Patient Hodler coming at you with another video, and in this one we are going to talk about if Omi is going to miss the next bull run and what we can find as evidence for and against it. We are going to look at technical analysis as well as fundamentals, and obviously a lot of speculation, because we do not have enough information to just base everything on pure facts. We also have to guess a little bit where everything is going. But before we start, please keep in mind that I'm a crypto and NFT investor and not your financial advisor. So please do your own research before you ape full degen into the Ecomi token. Also, if you enjoy this type of content and the work that goes into it every single day, then please smash up the like button, subscribe to the channel and tick the little bell to always get notified. Especially, I want to thank my rare hodlers and my Patreons, my channel members that are always supporting me on this journey and making it possible that I get to come out here and make these videos for you guys. Also, if you are a rare hodler right now, then make sure to get in touch with me either on Telegram or on Twitter so that I can invite you into the exclusive Telegram group. But with that out of the way, let's get finally started and look for a better place with a little bit more shelter. So look at that, I found a nice little place, a nice little hideout from where the hunters are going after the deer, and I already saw some running around here in the background, and maybe that is the right place to talk about what is going on with Ecomi and the altcoin market, because there's also a little bit of a hunter and being hunted in that altcoin space. So let's go right into it with a warning, because there is a suspicious exchange that has listed Ecomi, and the proper Ecomi token account has launched a warning that this account might be scamming people. So stay away from this X market exchange for now and see what's developing, because there are other more established exchanges, although there are not many of them, where we already know that they are safer to use. That would be OKX and Bitforex and Ascendex and I think even Bitmart, although there is probably a lot of wash trading going on Bitmart, but Bitmart I have used already a couple of times, and I'm not affiliated with any of these exchanges. I just believe that it's better. But let's get into the Ecomi token. So maybe starting off with a technical point. So we have seen that the Ecomi token, after forming the base in the bear market, has pumped 100%. And every parabolic pump like that is followed by a steep retracement and a longer cool-off zone and an ABC correction in this case. So we are in the middle of this ABC correction, and if you remember, the Ecomi pump was relatively stand-alone without the rest of the altcoin market, and now the retracement is also relatively stand-alone, and so the Ecomi token did not pump together with the market. But another point here is that Ecomi, in comparison to many other altcoins, is listed on almost no exchanges. So you can get it on Uniswap, which is a decentralized exchange, and for the centralized exchanges you can get it on OKX, Bitforex, Gate.io, Bitmart, Ascendex, and Bityubu, I think, and there is one more that I think it's Xmart or something like that. But this X market exchange is suspicious, so once again, stay away from that. But the fact is that if it's not on those exchanges, people that see that altcoin rally starting and the FOMO starting, or maybe taking profits from Bitcoin gains at the moment, these people will not be able to be in their account on that specific exchange, for example, on Binance, on Coinbase, on Kraken, on KuCoin, so all the big exchanges. They cannot just say, okay, I take profit here and I just swap it directly into the Ecomi token. So there is way more effort to make to get your funds into that token, and so you would rather probably select another altcoin that is listed on more of these exchanges. So that means the more exchanges that are already there for a specific altcoin, the faster it is to pump, and the less long it takes to roll profits into that specific altcoin. So this is also why I disagree with the assessment that it is not a problem that Ecomi is on none of these exchanges. I think Ecomi should be on some of these exchanges so that when this whole thing gets kicked off, Ecomi can get already gains. Now, the question here for this video once again is if we are going to miss this bull run. And in my opinion, the lack of exchanges is a problem for the liquidity, but the real big deal is whether you are in the news with your narrative or if you are out of the news and you are not really on the radar of people. And I think there is time until the Bitcoin halving, which is coming in roughly 170 days. So there's not much time. Somewhere in April, the Bitcoin halving will kick in and will kick off probably the next stage for a more violent move out of Bitcoin, which will then have as a consequence bigger profits that can roll in such altcoins. There are some evidence right now that Ecomi could be getting ready for the narrative for the token when this time happens. So there is a convention or an event in France where Ecomi with David Yu will be attending, and they will talk about crypto. So all of the speakers on this Crypto XR event are from the crypto side. So very, very likely they are going to talk about the Ecomi token. But let's assess where we are with the Ecomi token, because we know about many milestones on a huge roadmap. For example, like the bronze tickets that are supposed to come, and certain burn mechanics for the Ecomi token, and buying collectibles, NFTs directly with the Ecomi token, the integration of the Ecomi token in several play to earn games, and so on. But really what we have for now is only that you can send your Ecomi into the veve app, and that when it is in the veve app for more than 24 hours, that it's going to start generating master collector points, which until the point of making this video is actually useless at the moment, because you cannot use your master collector program points yet for getting drops on the veve app. Which brings me to the value of the veve app and what has happened there. So the veve app is the backbone for the Ecomi token, or at least the future backbone, once it is using the Ecomi token basically as a resource to gain advantages in the veve app. So the narrative needs to be about the value of the Ecomi token for this backbone, and the backbone has to thrive again for the Ecomi token to be seen as valuable and to push out the narrative. So there is a couple of things going on for the veve app. So first of all, they have been pushing in the very promising space of digitals, and they have launched a rather successful drop together with Funko, which sold out quite a bit and made some news, some headlines, and also generate some big prices on the digital collectibles. In my opinion, they could have done better by directly linking the mint numbers of the physical to the digital, which is not the case. If you redeem, you get assigned a random mint number instead of a mint number that should be, in my opinion, on the collectible but isn't at the moment. So there was confusion around this, which also did not make everyone at veve look very good, because they really didn't know exactly what was happening at the point that this collectible launched. But okay, that is forgettable. We can go over this. More importantly is, for example, that also veve has been listed by Deloitte as one of the fastest growing technology companies in New Zealand. So congratulations, David and team, for this achievement. And there was a big banner, a big billboard or something like that that was displaying veve. So that in general is a good thing. Also, we see that user numbers in veve are still rising by 20 wallets here, 50 wallets here that hold a little bit of collectibles, and we see that the whales in veve are accumulating. So I would say for a market where NFTs are completely in the gutter, the prices are completely in the toilet, the sentiment is basically as bad as it can get, veve is still doing pretty well, and veve is proving to future brands that they can onboard that they can still make a lot of money for them, which they showed as a very, very good example for Marvel by launching so many Marvel comics over the past 2 years and making much money for them. A lot of money. If you calculate that every $6.99 drop of 10,000 editions that sold out is a $69,000 turnover that they basically made in this drop, and a big share of that is getting as revenues to Marvel, in my opinion. And they have been rewarded for this by being able to get to the New York Comic Con and San Diego Comic Con and all the Comic Cons together with Marvel, and now launching even better things like Marvel exclusive veve comics that they have brought out as a first edition here with that beautiful comic cover that they have brought to us. So very important in my opinion. Now, there is something that has been going on for years, but I don't want to hide it to you. Reese has been coming on in the Telegram chat of the Ecomi channel and announcement, and has talked a little bit about why and how he sees the Ecomi token. And I will read this quickly in for you guys here so that we can know exactly what Reese said. I don't think I've referenced you talking price anywhere, but anytime I do mention it is just to make sure this chat doesn't just stray into price chat. I do indeed agree with you, amigo. I'm not a dev, nor do I control the timelines or the product roadmap, and thus far the lack of utility is frustrating. However, there are a lot of reasons as to why, some of which Lucas mentioned in a post above. On that note, though, development has really been picking up this year, and we did roll out the first utility only recently. Yes, I know it's 4 points that you can't do anything with yet. But when the whole loyalty program comes to fruition, those points are going to be very sought after. And there's a very measured, structured approach to each feature and how the rollout will take place. So we see here that's an answer to Lucas Young, who says, as operations support manager at veve, I can tell you that everyone on the team is incredibly passionate about veve and works very hard right across the platform on this and a number of other initiatives. The suggestion that anyone is being misleading or lying is pretty disrespectful to everyone who works crazy hours for you, our community. Many of our projects, especially the blockchain related ones, have a number of hurdles to overcome. Regulatory, technical, logical, and so on. Reese continues here. Considering the number of avenues, branches we've been building to onboard into veve and the introduction of new features on the app, it's not going to take much to convert some of those users into token holders, users too, and will quite literally make the token one of the only ones with real utility and adoption. So Stanley goes on and comments, yes, Reese, we are long-term holders, much awaiting exchanges and utility. It's frustrating. veve is doing amazing things, but Omi is like the ugly little brother. I know, literally no one has been waiting as long as I have, friends, but when it all comes together, it's going to be a thing of true beauty. And then Stanley says, if we only had a time frame on this, but yes, would be amazing. I still haven't sold my bag. Reese says, I've learned the time frame lessons too many times over. Now we are just in shut up and deliver mode, which we have indeed been seeing over the past 6 to 9 months. Omi will have its time in the sun at some point. Now let me address a couple of points here to that, because this talk is going on since I'm making videos. So all of that, we are putting in hard work and the timelines and so on, that is going on since a long time, which doesn't make it wrong what they are saying. I just want to mention that for some people that are joining newly, it could mean or it could be seen like this is the first time that they have to defend themselves against accusations like that, and it's not. And we have been seeing fairly little on the Ecomi side so far, which Reese says it is frustrating even to him. Now, for our topic here of the video of will they miss the bull run, it's critical that this stuff is coming out around the halving, or at least in the months that follow the halving, but right into the bull run. It is no worth if it's coming out in 2 or 3 years, because then yes, then Ecomi will miss the bull run. What else are we reading? We are reading that moderators and veve support are saying that they have never been misleading, or that veve and Ecomi has never been misleading. This depends a little bit on the angle of which you are viewing it, because obviously if you are promising interoperability in a bull run and you are not delivering it, then it could be seen as misleading, because you are basically executing purchases and investment decisions based on such promises. We are going interoperable by the end of this year was one thing in 2021. Now we are in the end of 2023 and no one has gone interoperable. So that is just one of many examples where there was a very ambitious timeline that could have been seen as a misleading comment in the future by investors that base their investment decision on such milestones, and that are wondering if it's still coming 2 years after that milestone. That said, we have been putting out many of these videos, but I have to mention it again if someone is putting out statements like that. Together with that crypto event and that we have seen the first milestone for Ecomi, it is safe to say that they are working on something. The question is how fast they can deliver it. And another thing is that there were speculations that team-related and ex-founders members have been selling Omi and taking profits in this bear market. And if you're looking at coin lore, you would see that at any price that we have seen in this bear market, such whales that had been in token distribution since the beginning were still up 15 to 20x from the price that they have gotten their tokens. So now, after that 100% rally, these wallets are up 40 to 30x on their first investment. Keep that in mind when we are looking at the Omi whale watching channels and see that there are billion Omi transactions to OKX coming from rank 9 and rank 14 wallets that were sending 2 and 1 and $2.3 billion transactions to those exchanges. Now, there are only theories and nothing proven around this, but there could be many reasons for such transactions. The first one is that OKX is stocking up on their Omi bag to be able to supply into the bull run, and maybe they even know something. The second reason is that after the 100% pump, ex-founders want to put some billions on the exchange to sell into that pump and to sell into the retracement or causing a retracement. The third thing is that just now the YouTube channel John's Cryptotherapy came out with another video basically speculating on the price going lower again.
Tell you guys, if prices do break below this structure of volume profile, we are seeing a decrease in volume. And this is what I'm saying. When you go to the weekly, we have a lot of fair value gaps in between. So there's a high probability price can still go down even if Bitcoin spikes.
We have known that John's Cryptotherapy is himself owning a ton of tokens in the billions. He could be one of the persons that have sent over 1 billion tokens to OKX and basically is getting ready to dump those tokens into the market, maybe not all of them, but a part of them, to trade Ecomi to the downside and then back again to the upside after the correction is over. Many of his videos have been spot on. Maybe, I'm just speculating here and I cannot prove everything, but maybe also driven by him getting the Ecomi token to those prices because he has the Omi power in his bags to make it happen and to basically instigate fear and excitement in the market to ride those waves with his trades. But he himself 2 years ago on an interview on Daniel Lee's channel has admitted that he is proud if some people are suggesting this or suspicious on this. So hopefully he will not be angry that I put this speculation once more out here. He said this is like suspecting someone is on steroids when they are going into the gym, and he sees it as a compliment. So I am just putting that out here for you to know, because we are, with our couple of million bags, very, very small fishes in this shark tank, so to say, right? So be very careful how you maneuver the waters here. Anyways, and that's why I said in the beginning, there is the hunter and there are the hunted, and we really need to watch out for each other here and give us information what is really going on in these markets.